Welcome back to Luxona, where we don't just talk about wealth, we reveal the uncomfortable truths about how to actually build it. Today, we're talking about something that's probably sitting in your wallet right now. That small piece of plastic promising convenience, rewards, and the illusion of wealth. But as Dave Ramsey has been saying for decades, debt is not a tool, it's a trap. Before we dive in, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Only 2% of people watching right now will take this simple step, but those who do are the ones serious about transforming their financial future. Let's get one thing straight. The credit card industry isn't a $180 billion business because it's helping you get rich. It's thriving because it's systematically keeping millions trapped in a cycle of minimum payments and compound interest. I was once there myself, charging necessities and telling myself I'd pay it off next month. That next month turned into 6 years and over $40,000 in debt. So, let's expose these financial predators and their tactics. Here are 10 ways credit cards are designed to keep you poor, stagnant, and dependent. Way number 1. The minimum payment trap. The most dangerous feature of any credit card isn't the interest rate or the annual fee. It's the minimum payment option. Let's break down some math that your credit card company hopes you never do. If you have a $5,000 balance on a card with 18% interest and only make the minimum payment each month, usually about 2% of the balance, it will take you over 30 years to pay it off. And you'll end up paying back more than $12,000 on your original $5,000 purchase. As Dave Ramsey puts it, the minimum payment is designed to keep you in debt for the maximum amount of time. Credit card companies didn't create minimum payments to help you manage your cash flow. They designed them to maximize the amount of interest you pay over your lifetime. It's not a convenience feature, it's a profit center. When you make only the minimum payment, you're barely covering the interest charges. Your principal balance reduces so slowly that it creates the illusion of affordability while trapping you in decades of payments. Look at your last credit card statement. See that box showing how long it would take to pay off your balance making only minimum payments? That's not there because the credit card company wants to help you. It's there because regulations force them to disclose this ugly truth. True financial independence requires rejecting this trap altogether. As the wealthy know, if you can't pay for it in full, you can't afford it. Way number 2, the rewards illusion. Earn 5% cash back, get free travel, collect points for merchandise. These rewards programs operate on a simple psychological principle. Make you feel like you're winning while ensuring you lose the larger financial game. Studies show that people spend 12 to 18% more when using credit cards versus cash. Your 2% cashback doesn't look so impressive now, does it? As Dave Ramsey says, if you play with snakes, you will get bitten. Reward programs are the shiny scales designed to distract you from the fangs. Let's be clear about how these rewards actually work. For every $100 you spend to get $2 back in rewards, the credit card company is collecting about $7 in merchant fees and banking on you carrying a balance that will generate far more than $2 in interest. It's not generosity, it's calculated profit maximization. Even if you're in the minority who pays their balance in full each month, these rewards programs succeed by changing your spending behavior. The moment you choose one retailer over another or spend more to earn rewards, you've fallen for the illusion. True wealth isn't built on reward points and cash back. It's built on intentional spending, saving, and investing. The wealthy understand that playing games with plastic is for those who don't understand how real money works. Way number 3. The credit score obsession. 530 to 730. I need to keep my credit cards active to maintain my credit score. This might be the most successful marketing trick the financial industry has ever pulled off, convincing millions of Americans that their worth is tied to a 3-digit number designed to measure how profitable they are as a debtor. Let me say that again. Your credit score doesn't measure wealth. It measures how profitable you are to lenders. Dave Ramsey has built his entire philosophy around this truth. His net worth is over $200 million, and he proudly declares, "I don't have a credit score because I don't borrow money." The FICO score was created in 1989 by the Fair Isaac Corporation, not as a measure of financial health, but as a tool for lenders to assess how likely you are to make them money through interest payments without defaulting. About 35% of your credit score is based on payment history and 30% on amounts owed. Think about that. Over a third of this important number is simply tracking if you're a reliable customer for debt products. The truly wealthy don't obsess over their credit scores because they understand that building assets, not accessing debt, is what creates financial freedom. You don't need a credit score to build wealth. You need income, savings, and investments. Everything else is just marketing designed to keep you trapped in the system. Way number 4. The overspending enabler. MIT researchers found that people are willing to spend up to 100% more when using credit cards instead of cash. This isn't an accident. It's neuroscience being used against you. When you hand over physical cash, your brain registers a pain response. That pain creates natural spending discipline. But swipe a card, and that pain vanishes, replaced by what researchers call payment decoupling. As Dave Ramsey colorfully puts it, a credit card is like using a chainsaw as a back scratcher. You might get the job done, but you'll cause a lot more damage than you fixed. Credit cards create emotional and psychological distance between you and your money. They transform real dollars into abstract numbers, making it easier to overspend. Every aspect of the credit card experience is designed to facilitate this disconnection. Tap-to-pay features that eliminate even the minimal friction of swiping. Digital wallets that remove the physical card entirely. Statements that arrive weeks after purchases. Apps that emphasize available credit instead of money spent. The wealthy understand that wealth preservation is just as important as wealth creation. They maintain a visceral connection to their spending, whether they're buying groceries or real estate. True financial freedom requires honest awareness of every dollar leaving your life, something credit cards are specifically designed to obscure. Way number 5. The high-interest debt spiral. Credit card interest rates average around 20% today, during a time when you can get a mortgage for under 5%. This isn't just expensive debt. It's mathematically devastating debt. At 20% interest, your money doubles against you every 3.5 years. This means $10,000 in credit card debt becomes $20,000 in less than 4 years, even if you never make another purchase. The borrower is slave to the lender, Dave Ramsey often quotes from Proverbs 22:7. And nowhere is this more evident than in credit card debt. What makes this particularly insidious is that credit cards encourage mixing different types of purchases under this high interest rate. Emergency car repairs, unavoidable expenses, groceries and gas, necessities, restaurant meals and clothing, lifestyle choices, electronics and vacations, pure luxuries. All of these diverse expenses get thrown into the same high-interest debt pool. Returns make wealth accumulation mathematically impossible. Way number 6, the false emergency plan. I keep my credit card for emergencies. This common justification reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of both emergencies and financial planning. Emergencies, by definition, disrupt your financial life. Adding high-interest debt to an already stressful situation doesn't solve the problem. It compounds it. Dave Ramsey's Baby Step 1 exists for this exact reason. Build a $1,000 emergency fund before doing anything else financially, then grow it to 3 to 6 months of expenses. Let's be honest about what happens when you use credit cards as an emergency fund. 1. The emergency occurs. 2. You charge it to your credit card, feeling temporary relief. 3. Life continues with its normal expenses. 4. The emergency expenses get minimally paid down, or not at all. 5. Another emergency eventually occurs. 6. The cycle repeats with an even higher starting balance. This isn't an emergency plan. It's a financial death spiral. True financial security isn't having available credit for emergencies. It's having actual money set aside specifically for unexpected expenses. The wealthy don't confuse access to debt with financial security. They build real emergency funds with real money, ensuring that life's inevitable surprises don't derail their wealth-building journey. Way number 7, the lifestyle inflation enabler. As your income grows throughout your career, credit card companies are right there with you, regularly increasing your credit limits and encouraging lifestyle inflation. That credit limit increase isn't a vote of confidence in your financial future. It's a calculated bet that you'll use it to finance a lifestyle that's slightly beyond your means. Dave Ramsey perfectly captures this trap. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. Credit cards make it dangerously easy to upgrade your lifestyle with each promotion or raise before you've actually built wealth. The slightly nicer restaurant becomes the new normal. The premium brand replaces the budget option. The luxury vacation replaces the road trip. The designer item replaces the practical one. Each of these incremental changes feels deserved in the moment, but collectively, they ensure that your spending rises to meet or exceed your income, preventing the gap between earning and spending, where real wealth is built. The truly wealthy often practice stealth wealth, maintaining reasonable lifestyles well below their means, regardless of income increases. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. Meanwhile, millions of Americans finance luxury lifestyles on plastic, appearing rich while remaining perpetually broke. Way number 8, the subscription trap. The modern economy has shifted towards subscription models for nearly everything: streaming services, software, meal kits, clothing boxes, and more. Credit cards make these recurring charges dangerously frictionless. Auto billing on credit cards removes the monthly decision point, where you might otherwise reconsider the value of these services. Dave Ramsey frequently warns about this. A subscription model is fantastic for businesses because they're hoping you forget about it. And many people do. The average American now has 12 subscription services charging over $250 monthly. Most people underestimate this amount by at least $100 when asked about their subscription spending. Credit cards facilitate this disconnect in several ways: automatic payments that never require review, consolidated statements that bury subscription charges among dozens of transactions. Changing statement closing dates that make it difficult to track monthly totals. The ability to continue services even when you can't actually afford them. Each $10 to $15 monthly service seems insignificant in isolation, but collectively, subscriptions can silently drain thousands from your annual wealth-building capacity. The wealthy are notoriously vigilant about recurring expenses, understanding that true financial freedom requires conscious spending rather than autopilot consumption. Way number 9. The payment deadline, complexity. Credit card billing cycles are deliberately complex, with statement closing dates, payment due dates, grace periods, and minimum payment calculations, creating a system where even financially savvy consumers make costly mistakes. Late payment fees now average $30 to $40, with penalty interest rates that can exceed 29.99%. Even a single late payment can trigger these punitive measures. Dave Ramsey calls this gotcha banking, a system designed to profit from normal human error and the complexity of modern life. Consider these deliberately confusing aspects of credit card billing. Different due dates for different cards. Due dates that change if they fall on weekends or holidays. Payments that take 1 to 3 days to process, depending on the method. Grace periods that only apply if you paid the previous month in full. Statement cycles that rarely align with calendar months. Miss a payment by even 1 day, and you're hit with fees, potential credit score damage, and often an interest rate hike that can persist indefinitely. The wealthy systematically eliminate these complex financial obligations from their lives, understanding that simplicity and clarity are essential components of effective wealth management. Way number 10. The debt normalization culture. Cultural montage showing credit card use portrayed as normal, aspirational, in advertising and media. Perhaps the most dangerous aspect of credit cards is their role in normalizing debt as a lifestyle rather than a temporary financial state. The average American will pay over $130,000 in interest throughout their lifetime. This wealth transfer isn't the result of major financial disasters. It's the accumulated cost of accepting debt as normal. Debt has been marketed to us so aggressively that most Americans can't imagine a life without it. Dave Ramsey observes. That's not financial wisdom. That's cultural brainwashing. Credit card companies spend billions on marketing that reinforces several cultural narratives. Credit cards are a normal part of adult financial life. Everyone carries some debt. Managing debt well is smarter than avoiding it entirely. Paying interest is just a fact of life. Building credit is more important than building wealth. These messages create a powerful normalization effect, where questioning credit card use becomes the radical position rather than the financially sound one. The wealthy reject this normalization, understanding that interest paid is wealth permanently surrendered, wealth that could have been invested and grown for decades. Conclusion. So where does this leave you? If you're holding credit card debt right now, you're not alone, but you don't have to remain trapped. Let me share 3 principles from Dave Ramsey that have helped millions break free. 1. Stop using credit cards immediately. Cut them up. Remove them from your digital wallets. The hole stops getting deeper today. 2. Create a zero-based budget, where every dollar has a purpose before the month begins. This creates the awareness that credit cards were designed to eliminate. 3. Follow the debt snowball. List your debts smallest to largest. Pay minimum payments on everything except the smallest, and attack that one with everything you have. When it's gone, move to the next one. At Luxona, we're about real wealth, not the appearance of it. And real wealth is built by rejecting the tools and systems designed to keep you financially dependent. As Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else now, so later you can live and give like no one else. True luxury isn't a credit card with a high limit. It's financial peace. The ability to live life on your own terms, free from the stress and limitations of debt. If you found value in this message, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more truth about building actual wealth. Until next time, this is Luxona, where we don't just chase luxury, we create the freedom to truly enjoy it. Before you go, one quick thing. Let me know in the comments which of these 10 credit card traps has affected you most. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. This is Luxona, and as always, stay wealthy, not just rich.